Yeah, it's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. All right, so we're gonna talk about Reggie Jackson's comments first, and then we're gonna talk about Kamala Harris being endorsed by Biden and Biden dropping out because I would assume he's he's admitting that he's too old, you know what I'm saying? And I smirk, but I'm getting old too, so but I'm glad. I'm glad. First of all, I don't like being labeled a Democrat or a Republican, but I do endorse democracy, and I do endorse helping the poor. So, if it's really what it is, you know what I'm saying, then I guess I'm for the people that are with helping the poor, the people that for democracy. Hopefully what they show you is not, there's some truth to it, or at least the whole, most of it's true. I know there's lies out there, but I guess I'm going with Kamala Harris. And I'm not acting like I'm really political like that, as far as being I don't really like any of our nominees ever. If it was up to me, you don't even want to hear who would run our nation if it was up to me. It'd be a particular rapper probably. You get what I mean? But and it would be one that I know is genuine, not like your boy who just got hemmed up and he's you know what I'm saying? He's in trouble. Unless the what they're saying about him being tied into secret societies. We talking about P Diddy. If he's tied into stuff like that, if he gets off, you probably what it is. There's no way in the world that. Well, you know what? I don't want to say that because that's me saying that there's no way he could be innocent. And listen, that's not a good statement. I wouldn't say that. What I would say is it ain't looking good for him, and that as far as evidence goes, like he's a little red-handed. You know what I mean? But you never know the true story behind the scenes. I want to say that you're innocent till proven guilty, and since he hasn't been convicted, you're innocent until proven guilty. That's it. I respect the amendments is what keep us from tyranny. You know. So, but anyway, we're not jumping into that first. We jumping into the Reggie Jackson thing. All right, we're gonna watch this together too. You know, I I'm having a feeling because I don't like I said, man. I spit hot fire. That's Dylon from the Chappelle Show. If you don't know, definitely go watch that episode. But I rhyme and I rip and I rip and I rhyme, yo. But yo, I'm an artist. I create. I edit now. I spit. I make beats. I got original beats, like no samples. So like I don't live off of watching other people's stuff or using other people's stuff. But every now and then, man, I wanna react to what you showed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go run, and I can't do what I'm about to show you. Big shout out to Fox Sports, even though I don't know if they're tied into Fox News. I'm not a fan of Fox News, but Fox Sports, I don't know if because they're from the same entity or if they have the same values or whatever. But it's not that deep. I'm gonna present the Fox News version one to you because they're definitely licensed. Um, this video is my content. I'm gonna show you what Fox Sports showed on the Reggie Jackson comments, and big shout out to Fox Sports. This is not from my production. This is their production. And like I said, fair use or whatever. So, but let's go to the Reggie Jackson interview. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to be a little quiet too, because I want y'all guys to hear what the man says. So here we go.
Jackson joining us now. Reggie, great to see you. And, you know, on a night, on a week that we remember in honor of Willie Mays, I just wanted to point out for maybe the non-baseball fan watching tonight, wanted to thank Barry Bonds for joining us because Willie was his godfather and they were so close. So it's hard for him to come up here and do that. And we appreciate that. Thought it was so great. But let's ask you, Reggie, just, I know a little hard to hear here with all the music and noise going on. What did Willie Mays mean to you?
Gosh, I think Willie Mays meant to me the same thing that he meant to most people. He was a Baryshnikov on the baseball field. As far as being given the most skills, you've got Babe Ruth, you've got Hank Aaron, you've got...
See, so for those of you that say that his answer isn't part of the question, the first thing he does is address the question at hand. This way, if he goes on to something else, nobody could say he didn't answer the question. He answers the question. And then he goes on to other truths.
You've got Lou Gehrig, you've got Barry Bonds, you've got Alex Rodriguez, these guys that were gifted all of these skills. But the guy that got the most skills, I believe, of anyone, run, throw, hit with power, defense, as well as baseball instincts. He had 6 rather than 5. Was really a special player. I think that he had a lot of things to say about the game, but at the time when Willie was playing, Hank Aaron was playing, the Willie McCoveys were playing, the Bob Gibsons were playing, they grew up in an era when you had to complain about the game or complain about society, you suppressed it. Today's player doesn't do that.
Well, I tell you, Reggie's been like a big brother to me. Right? I don't want to say like a father, but I'm saying a big brother to me. So Reggie,
I'm older than
Are
you.
you keeping it real? Are you keeping it real?
So Reggie, you always send me random texts. But I'm going to read. I asked you if I could read this. You sent me this text the other day. You said about Willie. He was at the very least one of the greatest of all time. We all wanted to be like Willie. When one played against him, you got caught up in watching Willie. He was pure baseball. My all-time favorite. Loved the guy. I wanted to be like Willie. Tell me what it felt like coming up, watching Willie Mays play, and what made you want to be like Willie, outside of just his athletic ability.
You know, you could see that the love of the game was in Willie Mays, Derek. And
listen, the racist came out for this. He says some stuff, in my opinion, is completely true. And the racist couldn't help coming out and making a whole bunch of comments and saying that he's, you know, reigniting the way black folks feel about white folks. No, you can't blame the state of the world on history. You know, I mean, you could blame well, actually, let me take that back. You can blame the state of the world on history. But what I'm saying is, you can't, you can't blame the state of the world on him saying facts. And not only that, let me tell you something. Reggie Jackson getting on Fox Sports or wherever this originated from. I know it's on YouTube on Fox Sports. Again, big shout out. Go to Fox Sports on YouTube and check it out yourself. But him, like the state that we're in, we were there before Reggie Jackson spoke these words. So how is Reggie Jackson the reason for anything before his comments? Before he spoke these words, what is he responsible for? Now, what are you going to do after he spoke these words? Anything that bad happens is now Reggie's fault because he kept it official? You got to get out of here with that.
And the way he went about it when you saw him in spring training.
Oh, and of course, big shout out to Willie Mays. I didn't get to see him play well, you could go research. I'm going to research Willie Mays though, too. But, let's not talk about what I'm going to do. That's talk for now. I have watched Muhammad Ali a ton, and other fighters and other sports that aren't my favorite. Like basketball is my favorite, so I know a ton about basketball, but other sports I lack. So when he brings up Willie Mays, I'm not going to act like I know his resume like that or I've seen how nasty he was, but I've heard stories. And this alone makes me want to go check out what he did. Like how you go watch Kyrie Irving highlights? Well, mark my words, I'm going to go watch Willie Mays highlights, especially after this, and especially since they're saying he was a whiz. I've seen Ozzie Smith, and he wasn't the most amazing batter in the world. He was a good hitter. I think he batted close to 300, which is enough itself. But he was a decent base stealer, and he was the greatest fielder I ever seen in my life. Ray Ordonez, I think, is another one that, compares. But this guy was amazing. Ozzie Smith. So, I'll talk about people I know about. After I watched the Willie Mays, I'm a basketball head, but I've seen almost every Barry Sanders highlight there is. I just haven't gotten to Willie yet, and it's a shame too because it was one of the first expensive baseball cards I had. I had a 1966 Willie Mays. But let's finish hearing what Reggie says, because this is when he gets to the point.
I learned to wear my uniform the way Willie Mays did. I didn't have the long pants and the feet, the heels over the spikes. I learned by watching.
If you comment, I can't see it right now, but when I get to the other page, I'll respond.
Willie Mays, he was the first guy to get his uniform tapered. He and Mickey Mantle. But the way that he showed the love of the game, the way he respected the game, even when he had a complaint about what may have been going on with minorities or whatever. In his era, Derek, you didn't speak about it. He loved the game so much that he refrained. But my admiration for him was how he went about it.
Because he loved the game so much, he had to take bull crap. And he did take it because he loved it like that.
And how he showed people like me following him how to play. I would say to a guy that had a chance to play with you, watch him. You'll learn a lot.
When you think about baseball greats, you think about him, think about you, think
Big
about
Papi.
When you first got inducted into the Hall of Fame and you saw that gentleman out there, what was the first impression coming out of you?
For me, the Hall of Fame was a goal that you.
I think he took at least one of the reporters off guard and maybe even rubbed them the wrong way because he didn't stick to the answer. He ends up gearing off. Gearing off hard. But he does answer the question. I didn't know. He stood on the topic for a second. So, a matter of fact, maybe they aren't. There was one that looked a little sour, but like I said, that's speculation. I hope that every other commentator there with him did not have any problem with what he said.
Cannot plan. I don't think any of you guys that are here in the Hall of Fame, the guys that just walked off here, Hall of Fame players as well, Barry not in, but Hall of Fame player. You can't plan getting into the Hall of Fame. You have to play for 17, 18, 20 years, which all you guys did here, sitting up here. You played 20?
Yeah.
and just go out and be committed, have a strong constitution, honor the game, and honor your opportunity, and play against the guy you see every day in the mirror. You got to play against that guy and honor the gifts God gave him, the guy that you look in the mirror. That's your responsibility. That's how you get into the Hall of Fame. You can't plan it.
No, you don't plan it.
All right, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit. Oh no, matter of fact, this is where it starts.
No, you don't plan it.
Reggie, the baton has been passed for over a century here. We've been talking earlier about
This is
if
it.
it wasn't for the Willie Mays, the Jackie Robinson, the Reggie Jacksons, the three of us wouldn't have an opportunity to play. How emotional is it for you to come back to a play that you played with one of the greatest teams around?
Alex, when people ask me a question like that, it's like coming back here is not easy. The racism that I played here, when I played here,
I seen this.
the difficulty of going through different places where we traveled. Fortunately, I had a manager and I had players on the team that helped me get through it. But I wouldn't wish it on anybody. People said to me today, I spoke, and they said, "You think you're a better person? You think you won when you played here and conquered?" I said, I would never want to do it again. I walked into restaurants and they would point at me and said, "Can't eat here." I would go to a hotel and they said, "Can't stay here." We went to Charlie Finley's country club for a welcome home dinner, and they pointed me out with the N-word. "He can't come in here." Finley marched the whole team out.
Yes.
Finally, they let me in there. He said, "We're going to go to the diner and eat hamburgers. We'll go where we're wanted."
Now, for some people, I know, of course, a lot of you people understand what he just said, but for some people that it might have went over their head, he's trying to explain to you, or I don't even know if he's trying to explain it to you, if it's just being floated in front of you because of the story he's telling. But what he's saying, while a white man was trying to tear me down, another white man was defending me and saying, "We're out of here. We're taking the whole team out of here. You're not getting a buck because you refuse to serve a human being."
Fortunately, I had a manager, Johnny McNamara, that if I couldn't eat,
Oh no, he said Finley, but Johnny McNamara was the coach, and he was also not only one of the guys, he was the head honcho, who was not a black person, taking up for Reggie and telling whoever was about to lose the business that they might not be able to tear down the restaurant, but they're gonna keep them from making whatever profit they were about to make. And those teams will go in there and eat big. I mean, it's a baseball team, So I'm pretty sure that's why they brought them back in, he said. So, but let him continue.
if I couldn't, thank you. If I couldn't eat in the place, nobody would eat. We'd get food to travel.
Thanks.
If I couldn't stay in a hotel, they'd drive to the next hotel and find a place where I could stay. Had it not been for Raleigh Fingers, Johnny McNamara, Dave Duncan, Joe and Sharon.
Raleigh Fingers, I also know, is a man who is Caucasian, or whatever you want to say, a white man. He is another person taking up for black folks, but it doesn't excuse these really racist people that are telling him he can't eat there. And I don't care that it was a long time ago.
Rudy, I slept on their couch 3-4 nights a week for about a month and a half. Finally, they were threatened that they would burn our apartment complex down unless I got out.
I'm gonna leave it there because that pretty much sums it up, and I just don't want to because there's still about, I think there's about a couple more minutes left, but I'm gonna cut it short there. You know what I'm saying? So, but what you can see right there is not only Reggie Jackson bigging up, you know, Willie Mays, and you know I'm into sports. You know, if you go to my TikTok, you'll see all the baseball cards, the Funko Pops, the the comic books. You see them in the background right there. You see Daredevil. You know, you see the Avengers in the background. Boy, I wish I had that comic in a 9.8 CGC. But Reggie Jackson kept it official, and I think he took people off. You know, he caught them off guard. That was a curveball for a lot of people, mostly people that don't like black folks. But he spoke the truth, you know, and that I hope you got a chance to see the video. Reggie Jackson held it down, and the crazy thing is that people said that he was hard to work with in the movie, but they said that that 6-part series on ESPN wasn't accurate. You know, he's Mr. October. He hit 3 home runs to help us, I believe, win the World Series in 1977, 1979, something like that. But the other piece, yeah, because in the title it says the Reggie Jackson thing. So you've seen the Reggie Jackson thing. You've seen him big up Willie Mays. Apparently, because like I say, apparently, I'm not gonna lie and say that I watched a ton of Willie Mays highlights and act like I know his body. That's not my style. But I do know Barry Sanders' work, even though I'm a basketball head and not a football head. I still love football and I still love baseball. So knowing that Willie Mays was more amazing than I knew, I'm going back to check out the highlights. So big shout out to Reggie Jackson. Big shout out to Willie Mays. You know, big shout out to the other guys he mentioned: Willie McCovey, Raleigh Fingers, John McNamara, and we're gonna go on to the next topic. All right. So you know, I don't know if you know by now, but Biden is not gonna run for president. I just found out not too long ago that Biden has said he's gonna step down. I don't know if he stated it was over um 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 his age, but like I said too, I'll take care of this for myself. I like my content to be my content. So we're not gonna check any videos for this one. This is me gonna just talk from the heart. Biden, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? I seen it. You know, and me being a person who's, you know, I'm proactive about helping the poor. You know, even though I don't really care, Democrat, Republican, Biden, Trump, I don't really like any of the nominees. Like I said, I'd probably put my favorite, not rapper, the rapper that I like with the best heart. I'd probably nominate him. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. People are gonna be like, "Yo, he's crazy," but I'm telling you, I know a few rappers that they have honor, and they say things in their verses that most likely only a person that's really kind like that, that's, you know, a man of honor, a man that you know, like I said, he's just about positivity. You know, we got those. You know what I'm saying? If Trump could run a country as a businessman, what do you think? Like, I'm not gonna say Jay-Z because I've been hearing things. I don't know if they true. Yo, what's up, Dub Wubs? God bless you and yours. Yo, you heard, man? Biden admitted finally that, I don't know if he admitted it, but he said he's stepping down. You know, I'll say it for him. He was too old. You know what I'm saying? Um, what I was gonna say, let me just adjust this real quick to where the window is. You know what I'm saying? I got beat up windows. I don't want y'all to be seeing my shades. I gotta go buy them. I got the money for them now. If they bum me, they bum me. It's all good. But like I said, we're gonna have to let y'all see the background real quick. Try to keep it professional. I don't really be stressing nothing like that, but if I'm gonna bring my son or my lady into any of my content, is gonna be purposely. You get what I'm saying? And right now, this is about Biden stepping down. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I seen it. Dub Wubs, his handlers booted him out. Yeah, I don't that don't shock me if that's the case. But let me tell you something, Dub Wubs, he wasn't looking right. I seen him not be able to finish his sentences and stuff. He's not the guy we want running our country. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely where a person that he cared about should have took over. I think him picking Kamala Harris was the right thing to do, because he could have crapped on her because she was a lady, and instead he said, you know what, lady or no lady. And let me tell you something. I think it might have been a smart move. I think, just like eventually we got a black president, a woman president is inevitable. And let me tell you something. Whether it's macho and masculine or feminine and maternal, I don't know which one's better for the country. I know women take good care of their kids, and they even take good care of their men. So I don't know. I can't say that lady won't take good care of this country. So it is what it is, man. Like I said, man, I only say vote blue because I know democracy is for the poor, and I'm for the poor, and that's it. But don't think I'm not poor. That doesn't mean. See, people are crazy. Like, you got to make sure to clarify. That don't mean I ain't for people that got money too. I'm for good people with good hearts. It's not. I'm for all good people with good hearts. That's first and foremost. Because let me tell you something though. Even though I'm for the poor, there's dudes in the hood that I know they would try to do some slimy stuff to me, and I would have to. They would turn me into a savage, and I wouldn't care, poor or not poor. You get what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, man. Let me tell you something. You see a person out there get run up on by a person who don't got money, and they're willing to take something from them or whatever. I don't know if people ever think if people weren't broke, there would be less crime. All right, Double Up said, making money is life. Is how you made your money. I'm gonna judge you on. Dub Wubs is saying how you got it is what matters to him. I respect that. There ain't nothing wrong with that statement right there. Nope. Yeah, because let me tell you something. I don't condone somebody doing some vicious stuff and taking stuff from somebody. But what I'm trying to explain to people is that society can mold a human being into being a piece of, not even, I wouldn't even go there. I try to be, I don't want to call people out their names, turn them into an animal, a piece of crap, a victimizer. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess with people like that. But what I'm saying is, they don't just become that sometimes. Sometimes it's in them. Yes, there are people that are born and they're going to be monsters no matter what. But then there's some people that become monsters because they're broke. And society's rigged. Some people got head starts. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a fact. But that doesn't give you the okay to carjack somebody or do nothing, some shit like that. But I would say that some people come from neighborhoods that are flourishing, and then there's people that come from neighborhoods that they're born into a place where their parents ain't doing right by them, and they're going to school practically barefoot. If that person turns to a life of crime, I'm not saying that I I definitely don't applaud it. I understand that society can break a person down, and that it's geared towards helping certain people and not helping other people sometimes, you know. But I respect what you said about how you get your money, because you can't hurt people. You can't make a person fear for his life and victimize him and just do stuff that, earns you a pathway, not upstairs, probably downstairs. You get what I mean? And think it's okay. You gotta care. That's what I be talking about. But I also want to make this very clear. They need, listen, what there's rich environments and there's poor environments. Could we make every environment flourish? Could we make it where nobody's coming out of a slum where they might have a hard time getting a job because they got a felony at the age of 15? That type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, could we make it where we all have the same start? That's not so much to ask for. I'm not telling you to throw money in people's pockets. I'm telling them for free and they don't got to work. What I'm saying is, could we make some of them beat up neighborhoods better? And could we make gainful employment easier to obtain? And could we not be racist? You know? Could we everybody start looking at stop with the separatism? Let's start all looking at everybody like they're human beings. If my son got severe autism, he don't talk. But if he could talk and he was not afflicted with autism and he was able to get a wifey, I wouldn't care if she was black, Chinese, green, yellow, blue, orange. My son, if he came home with a woman, the first thing I would think, is she a good person or a bad person? Her culture, her nationality, she's a human being. All that other stuff don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate on Trump. I just don't. I get bad vibes from him. I can't stop that. I can't stop my gut instinct. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, when they told me he got hit in the ear, I can't help what pops into my head. And what popped into my head is, wow, if you get hit anywhere, this is the very perfect spot, especially when you're getting hit with probably a bullet that's this long. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not gonna say that it wasn't real neither, though. I don't know. These people are nuts. They say to this day that there's conspiracy theories about all sorts of people, for JFK, and even Malcolm X, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want people to be better. That's it. And that ain't me like chastising nobody. I was a good person my whole life, but I also had moments where you would probably look at me and be like, I can't mess with him. What he just did was not cool. You know what I'm saying? Beyond not cool. But at this point in time, there's nothing about me negative and there's nothing about me racist. I can't say that I'm not a human being. I'm not the second coming. So if you're looking for perfection, you got the wrong place, but everywhere is the wrong place. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Dub Wubs, man, I appreciate you, bro. I'm flattered anytime anybody would entertain my words. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that's what I gotta say about Reggie Jackson. To me, Reggie Jackson killed it. And now Kamala Harris most likely is gonna be our Democratic presidential nominee, candidate rather. And somebody else could still take the seat though, I think. But that's what I came on here to talk to you about. And like I said, man, be kind to your fellow human being, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't scared of nothing. God got my back. So I mean what I say, man. Try to be the best you could be. Be good to people, man. Let me tell you something. All the illest G's, all the real people that they talk about, they're official. They help people. You know, they don't talk about no slime ball, no person that throws people under the bus. If you hear people talk about people to this day, they talk about people that talk about doing good-hearted, good-natured stuff. You know what I'm saying? God bless you, Dub Wubs, man. I salute you, brother. You know, I'm gonna check out your channel too. I know sometimes people come and check me and I go to show love back, but they don't be having no videos posted or nothing like that. But I'm gonna go check your channel out. If you got any videos or anything, I'm gonna go put you on blast. And if you a person that just watches videos and stuff, that's cool. God bless you, Dub Wubs. Have a good night, baby.